Hey guys, me Rob with Oakwood Machine Works. I wanted to take a few minutes here and do a quick shop update. Kind of a lot going on, some exciting things in the works, and just figured I'd go around and talk about some stuff going on in the shop. So, added the VF2. Can't remember if I talked about this too much in my last video with the pallets, but I bought this about 7-8 months ago, or at least got the ball rolling. It happened pretty fast. It's kind of funny. I was talking to I was just browsing the Haas website one day, and kind of ballparking what this exact machine would cost, configuration-wise, versus like a DT. I think a DT2 or a DM2 I was looking at. And then I was also kind of comparing to like a Doosan and a Brother and some other stuff. Dreaming a little bit, but also knowing that I was reaching a point that I needed to buy a machine to increase capacity and kind of make myself the bottleneck, so to speak. Which I did a good job at. Anyways, I was browsing the Haas website and I went out to lunch or something, came back, and my Haas sales guy was sitting there, or he walked in, or I forget what exactly happened. And he was like, hey, prices are going up 5% on Monday. Here's what we got. You interested? And I was like, yeah, I guess I'm kind of interested. If I sign right now, can I get locked in on a price? So he gave me some machine they had built out that wasn't quite the way I wanted it, so I spec'd one out, signed the papers, and kind of started poking around for financing. I was like, this isn't gonna happen. I'm just kind of egging myself on and securing something. Feel like I'm trying. Well, on the paper I signed pending satisfactory financing or something. Oh, I got satisfactory financing. So here I am. It's been a fantastic machine for me. I don't know if I should have maybe went a different route as far as getting like a DT or a Doosan SVM. Frankly, I would have bought a Doosan SVM had it not have come out like a month after I had purchased this thing. I'm not complaining, it's been a solid machine for me so far. Some little issues and quirks. Things like the paint coming off of my rotary, which is kind of upsetting, and all of that nasty staining on the way covers. That's not a problem to some people. At the end of the day, this is a machine purchase to make money and be a tool, and it's doing that, so I guess I should maybe rethink the machine. It's more than just a trophy of something I've accomplished. It's a tool. I'm not sure how else to rephrase what I just said there, but tooled it up with a lot of a Haas tooling, a lot of Mari tool stuff as well. I much prefer the Mari tool, but the Haas tooling is perfectly satisfactory. And then there's this guy. This is exciting. So I'm actually working a little bit with Yule, kind of knowing the right person, right time, right place thing. But I'm doing a case study on this front and back chamfering tool. You drop it down into a hole, and it chamfers the front and the back in one little feed. The guy has been very clear to me, run it in reverse. So we've made multiple notes of that throughout my process, which, segue, that's going to be used on this particular fixture. It's a Rocklock R96 Tombstone whatever, with some pallets that I made specifically to bolt onto it. And I'm going to be processing this extrusion. Go and grab one real quick. A couple of sides to it. Still getting used to using a gimbal here. So, this is the side we're looking at here. I'll be processing this extrusion, and as you can see, it has like an angle there, so This is basically the reason I bought this machine. Outside of just generally needing to increase capacity, I needed to be able to index to that flat face, to that face, and that face right there, and then that side and that side. So it was pretty much required to get the fourth axis. We'll see how it pans out. I've ran one of these, and it came out really nice. It was just been kind of a learning experience, primarily just in like getting it set up and getting it to do what you want it to do. It seems especially complicated without like DWO and TCPC, but I'm managing. I'm sure once I get things running and tweaked in, I'll kind of learn the little idiosyncrasies, but it's like everything else, you gotta learn. Got the mini mill over here. It's still doing good work for me. I'm running these little wedges. Actually kind of big compared to what I typically do. 3 operations. Not a crazy looking part or anything, but I mean, it's work. This is my dad's project. It's a Tree Master Journeyman 425. 40 taper. He put a Centroid M400 control on it and ClearPath motors. It's impressed me so far. It's not quite my go-to style of machine, but it has its place. It's nice having the knee that can move up and down so I can get more Z clearance than I have on any other piece of equipment in here. So yeah, that's kind of a fun little machine. I like that it's 40 taper. The tried and true Tormach. This machine now primarily cuts plastic, as you can see. Stainless and plastic, kind of two opposite ends of the spectrum. But it just runs a ton of these little electronics cases I make. I don't think I have any handy. I usually run a few hundred a year. I've ran a few hundred, I think, in the past 2 or 3 months. They've just been going nuts with them. And this is one end of a shop that's always been kind of gross, and it still is. It's like cobwebs, some staining from when the roof used to leak. Not a lot I can do about that. I mean, the cobwebs and stuff I can get cleaned up, but I'd like to get a fresh coat of paint in the place. Now that I'm kind of situated here, I feel like I could use it. Very lucky to be in the shop. I'm very blessed, but and it's just organization on everything that I'm working on now. I've been kind of reluctant to do a video like this for a while where I just pan around the shop because of how bad it was, and I've tamed it. It's no longer embarrassing to me. It's like there are boxes and all kinds of crap back there. All kinds of crap on the floor that needed swept up. It's easy to get tied up in your typical day-to-day operations. I'm still working back here. I keep dumping things just to get them out of my way, but it's like I had cutting tools spread out all over here, and I still really do. I'm working on getting some organizers for my tooling cart thing. Like right now, all my end mills are just loose and unorganized, and I hate it. So I'm going to go and use a router table. Instead of getting like sheller bins or 3D printing a bunch of things like this, like I was planning on, I'm going to just cut one big thing that slips down in there, maybe tap some wedges down in to keep it in place, and use that. It'll be much more convenient and a lot cheaper. Even 3D printing is a little pricey. Trying to think what else I have going on here. Oh, so another thing that I'm kind of looking to get into here in 2022 is automation. I feel like it's kind of becoming almost cliche to say that, because everybody's talking about automation now, and it's for good reason. I've been looking at like the Universal Robots, the Tormach, something 7 or whatever it is, robot arm. And it's starting to make a lot more sense to me why companies are moving that direction. And it's kind of becoming a no-brainer for me to invest in something like that. It's not cheap. I think I'll be in around 50 grand for a UR10E. Or I'm sorry, UR5E. The UR10 I'd be about 65. But I'm running so many small parts. I need versatility in it. I need it to be really quick and easy to set up. Or rather have a processor run. I know that there's some idiosyncrasies with them. Like I can't just chuck up one of these orange vices and have it run that. Could probably make some kind of actuator that bolts on here or something, but I don't know. I gotta look into that. Definitely some money to be invested, but one of the things I'm looking into it most for actually is that extrusion that I was just showing you. I need to look at the volumes of these that I'll be doing, but this might be a case of I need to keep the machine running 18 hours a day or something, and that might just be the ticket. The limiting factors on a machine like this seem to be like coolant management, chip management, things like that. It seems like the machine itself has been reliable enough that I'd be more or less perfectly comfortable to walk away from it while it's running for that long. But again, it's just something I need to look into more. And the nice thing with the UR versus getting like the Haas robot package or their gantry loader for mills or VF2 pallet pool or whatever, is just versatility. I could make a UR setup that can roll up to this machine and run that program, and then later I could bring it over to this machine, run it here, and then I could bring it over here, let it run. I could set it up on Scotch-Brite wheel. I could set it up. I could possibly use it to like run my laser. There's a lot of potential with it. That I'm excited about. But it's just going to be expensive, but I think that's what I need to be thinking about investing in. What else do I have going on here? That little guy sitting back there, that's my Stover CT2, I think. Just a fun little conversation piece. Take it to the engine shows, do whatever with it. Yeah, that's about sums up what I have going on. Got the Race 3D2 over here. Not doing anything right now, but it's a neat little printer. I've been printing these keys for a product a customer does, and that's all of this printer, completely untouched by me. Not perfect for what they're doing with them, it's perfectly acceptable, but just the fact that it's doing the dual extrusion is pretty cool. And then just been going back to like organization stuff. Home Depot has these bins here. It's like a 6-pack for $7 or something. Totally worth it. I keep buying them out of the blue lidded ones. I wonder if they got more, I might go buy them. But it's like hand delivering parts to customers, like I do most of the time. I don't typically have to ship. They're perfect. I usually get them back. I always get them back if I put a OMW sticker on it or something. They fit nicely into these carts that I got. And I'm sure that I could find some shelving or something that would fit them as well. But we'll see. We'll see what the year brings. Lots of really exciting things happening for me. The industry that I serve has a lot of exciting things happening. And it'll be really cool to see what the year holds, assuming everything doesn't fall out from underneath us. Have a good one, guys. Take it easy, and thanks for watching.